Hey everyone, welcome back to another installment of the very special episode series. Today we're diving back into live action shows, where some of the most memorable and emotional moments in TV history unfolded. Before we jump in, I just want to take a moment to thank all of you for your incredible suggestions and feedback. If your suggestion didn't make it into this video, don't worry, it's definitely noted, and I'll be featuring it in future parts. Keep those recommendations coming, as I really appreciate all the support and input. For anyone new here, very special episodes refer to those moments in TV when the usual lighthearted or comedic tone takes a backseat to explore serious real-life issues. Whether it's a beloved children's show or a family sitcom, these episodes leave a lasting impression by addressing topics that matter. As always, I will be rotating between live action and animated for each part. All right, let's get into it.
Can you tell me how to get to Sesame Street? How to get to Sesame Street?
Sesame Street. Farewell, Mr. Hooper. We're starting off today's list with one of the most well-known and heartbreaking very special episodes of all time. In Sesame Street's Farewell, Mr. Hooper, the show tackled the subject of death in a way that was simple yet incredibly poignant for both children and adults. When Mr. Hooper, the beloved store owner, passed away, the show's writers chose to reflect that in the series rather than recasting him or explaining it away. In this episode, Big Bird innocently asks when Mr. Hooper will be coming back, and the adults on Sesame Street explain that he's not coming back because he died. The conversation that follows is beautifully done, as the adults show empathy while addressing the permanence of death. It's a powerful episode that helped countless children understand grief and loss in a real-world context. It's often hailed as one of the most important moments in children's television, and its legacy continues to resonate. Dinosaurs. What sexual harassment? Dinosaurs is a show best remembered for its satirical take on modern issues, often tackling subjects that other shows would avoid. In What Sexual Harassment, the show addressed sexual harassment in the workplace, focusing on Monica, the only female character in a male-dominated environment, and her encounters with her boss, Al Sexual Harris. Throughout the episode, Al constantly makes inappropriate comments toward Monica, pushing boundaries and creating an uncomfortable work environment. Monica finally stands up to him, confronting the issue head-on. What makes this episode stand out is how it approaches harassment, by exposing the toxic culture that allows it to happen and encouraging open dialogue on a difficult subject. It remains an important and relevant episode, shining a light on issues that unfortunately still persist today.
Temporary layoffs.
Good times, easy credit rip-offs. Good times.
Scratching and surviving.
Good Times, The Big Move. In Good Times, The Big Move, we witness one of the most emotional and impactful moments in television history: the death of James Evans, the father of the family. James's sudden death changes the entire dynamic of the show and leaves his family devastated. The episode focuses on how his wife Florida and the rest of the family cope with the news, highlighting the reality of losing a loved one, especially one who was the bedrock of the family. One of the most powerful scenes in the episode is Florida's reaction when she finally lets her emotions out after holding everything in for the sake of her family. As she smashes a dish and yells, "Damn, damn, damn." It's a raw portrayal of grief, loss, and the pain of suddenly losing someone who meant everything. The episode captures the struggles of dealing with the aftermath of such a loss, especially for families who are already fighting to stay afloat. Boy Meets World. Dangerous Secret. In Boy Meets World's Dangerous Secret, the show takes a more serious turn as it deals with the issue of domestic abuse. Sean, Corey's best friend, discovers that his new friend Claire is hiding a devastating secret. Her father is physically abusing her. The situation escalates when Sean learns that Claire has nowhere else to go, and is terrified to ask for help. The episode focuses on Shannon's internal conflict as he struggles to figure out how to help Claire without betraying her trust. Eventually, with Corey's support, Sean decides to tell an adult about Claire's situation, demonstrating the importance of taking action when someone's safety is at risk. It's a powerful episode that highlights the need for intervention in abusive situations and encourages viewers to seek help when they or someone they know is in danger. This episode stands out because it shows Sean, a character who often hides behind his tough exterior, grappling with a moral dilemma. The message is clear. Staying silent when someone is being hurt only prolongs the pain. That's So Raven, True Colors. In That's So Raven's True Colors, the show takes on the issue of racism in a way that was both relatable and educational for its young audience. In this episode, Raven and her friend Chelsea both apply for a job at a clothing store. Despite Raven being more qualified, she's told the position has been filled. Later, Chelsea, who is white, is offered the job on the spot. Raven overhears the manager admitting that she didn't hire Raven because of her race. The episode does a fantastic job of addressing the unfairness and pain of racial discrimination. It also sparks a conversation about how to confront prejudice and take a stand when faced with injustice. By the end of the episode, Raven exposes the manager's racism on live television, delivering a powerful message about the importance of calling out discrimination whenever it occurs. Full House, The Last Dance. Full House is no stranger to heartwarming moments, but The Last Dance took things to a deeper level when it focused on the death of Jesse's grandfather, Papuli. After spending time with the family and bonding with Michelle, Papuli passes away unexpectedly. The episode portrays how different family members handle grief, especially young Michelle, who struggles to understand why someone she loved so much is no longer there. The episode is a beautiful depiction of the grieving process, especially for children, and how important it is to talk about loss with the young ones in a way they can understand. Michelle's sadness is palpable, but through the support of her family, she learns that even though Papuli is gone, the memories of him will always remain. It's a touching and heartfelt episode about dealing with the death of a loved one.
Roll with the city guys. C-I-T-Y, you can see why these guys and these guys are streetwise. C-I-T-Y.
City Guys, Jamal Got His Gun. City Guys was known for tackling real-life issues that urban teens face, and Jamal Got His Gun was no exception. In this episode, Jamal buys a gun after being robbed at gunpoint and accidentally shoots his father. The episode delves into the devastating consequence of gun violence, especially when guns are easily accessible. Jamal's guilt and fear of what he's done takes center stage as the show addresses the dangers of having firearms in unsafe environments. The episode doesn't shy away from showing the emotional impact this event has on both Jamal and his family. It sends a clear message about the importance of gun safety and how the presence of a gun in the wrong hands can lead to tragedy. This was a powerful episode that left a lasting impression on viewers, especially those from communities where gun violence is prevalent. In the Blossom episode, The Date, the series addresses the deeply serious issue of sexual assault. Blossom, the central character, goes on what she expects to be a fun and normal date with a boy she likes. However, things quickly take a dark turn when he tries to force himself on her. The moment is intense, as Blossom realizes that her date has no respect for her boundaries. Blossom manages to get out of the situation unharmed physically, but the emotional toll is significant. The episode explores her feelings of confusion, fear, and violation, as well as her courage in standing up for herself. Blossom's family plays a vital role in supporting her afterward, emphasizing the importance of having a support system when dealing with trauma. This episode is a powerful reminder of the importance of consent and the need to speak out when something isn't right.
tower of dreams. Real love bursting out of every scene. Days go by.
Family Matters, Good Cop, Bad Cop. Family Matters brought the issue of racial profiling to the forefront in Good Cop, Bad Cop. In this episode, Eddie Winslow, a black teenager, is wrongfully arrested and harassed by the police. When his father, Carl, who is also a police officer, finds out, he confronts the officers about their discriminatory behavior. The episode does an incredible job of showcasing the emotional toll that racial profiling has on individuals and their families, as well as the difficult position that Carl is put in as both a black man and a cop. It's a powerful narrative about the dangers of prejudice and systemic racism, delivering a message that is unfortunately still all too relevant today. The show encourages viewers to stand against injustice, regardless of who is perpetrating it.
Maybe the world is blind, or just a little unkind. Don't know.
In Punky Brewster's Cherry Lifesaver, the show takes on a life-threatening emergency when Punky's best friend, Cherry, gets trapped inside an old refrigerator while playing hide and seek. What begins as a typical playful day turns into a terrifying experience, as Cherry runs out of air and is on the brink of losing consciousness. The episode addresses the very real dangers of abandoned refrigerators and highlights the importance of knowing how to respond in emergencies. Punky's quick thinking and the help of adults ultimately save Cherry's life, but the emotional impact is huge, as Punky realizes how close she came to losing her best friend. This intense moment serves as a wake-up call for both children and parents, showcasing the importance of safety precautions and educating kids on how to react in dangerous situations. And that wraps up part 4 of our very special episode series. Thank you again to everyone who has been following along and sharing your recommendations. I truly appreciate all the feedback. If your suggestions haven't been featured yet, rest assured they're on the list, and I'll get to them in future parts. As always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay updated. And of course, keep those suggestions coming in the comments. I love hearing what very special episodes left a mark on all of you. Keep the nostalgia alive. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.